What's up, everybody? This is podcast Gameoverse episode 112 for Saturday, July 30. I am Wasabi Ice Cream, and we're gonna talk about some video games. My dude Rick is here. What's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm excited. We got a few video game things to talk about, but I've been playing a lot of games. I can't wait to start talking about. Well, let's start where you always start, man. Tell the people what you've been playing.
I want to talk about MultiVersus.
Yes, I wanted to hear you talk about this. I didn't get to see your stream because I was
Yeah,
working, so I want to see what your opinion is. What you think of it?
but I want to start by saying that this game is trash.
Oh, really? That makes me
Yeah.
sad. God damn it, I'm
Um,
bummed out now.
it's so if you're not with the if you're not following what's been going on here, it's the WV version of like Smash, right?
You say
So
WV?
yeah,
WV like
W
Victor?
no
I heard you say
W
B, dog. I heard
W
you say V.
Bravo.
All right. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Yeah.
Warner
So
Brothers.
then
So
he's like,
Warner's Brothers version of Smash. So it's like a free to play version of Smash with Warner Brothers characters. So it's got like Batman and shit, Bugs Bunny and Steven Universe characters, like Arya Stark's in it, uh,
yeah.
Iron Giant. So it just came out in a version of early access. So it's like open beta right now.
Yeah.
This game is trash, dude. It's like garbage. Uh, it just doesn't feel good. Animations aren't like great. I'll give them credit. Like the character selection is diverse, and there's like 17 characters, and but it's all from different franchise. LeBron James is in it. They just added him.
Yeah. But it's
Uh,
not like real life LeBron James, like LeBron James from Space Jam,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
which is like a pretty cool little cop out to get like an actual person as an intellectual property, but whatever.
yeah. And like the game's trash, dude. It's trash.
What's trash about it? You can't just drop a bomb like that and like not elaborate,
It's
dude.
just the
What's
way it
wrong?
feels and plays. It just doesn't feel good. The hitboxes are not accurate. The animations aren't smooth. Like it's hard to explain the way something feels. You kind of just have to like play because if you ever played Smash, it has a very
It's very
uh,
fluid. It's very tight. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
moves have a lot of like weight to them.
Yeah. Whereas this just doesn't feel good. You don't feel like you're making contact, you know? Like I think Smash does that like hit stop thing where like how you're playing like Monster Hunter and you do a real big hit on a thing and it just like stops for like a femtosecond. Like it like freezes for like a femtosecond to make you like feel like you're hitting a thing.
Oh yeah,
Uh
this doesn't.
like Smash kind of does that, but to make it just like making you feel like you're hitting something, but like this doesn't do it. I said the same shit about Brawlhalla, and that's one of the biggest games on the planet. So like like
So
I'm
maybe
I'm
you just got a bad take then.
yeah, of course I'm like wrong. Rebel's in the chat. What's up, Rebel? Just like you can
What's
be if
up,
you go
Rebel?
to gameverse.com/Twitch or /Discord. Rebel says the animation looks so slow. It's not that they're slow. It's just that they don't feel like smooth. You know, it doesn't feel like they have a lot of frames of animation. But
Yeah,
uh,
I'm watching some gameplay right now, and this is the first time I've watched like extended gameplay,
yeah,
and it looks a little stiff, like the way the animations are.
it's like
It's like
stiff.
really snappy, but not a good snappy.
The animations are stiff and the movements are floaty. If that makes any sense. Uh,
Yeah, it's like there's frames in like the wrong places.
yeah.
Like there's frames in the move, but not like the wind up or the reaction to it. It looks like.
There's no block, only dodge, and you can dodge like infinitely. I think. Um, There's 17 characters, and you have to buy all of them. Except they have, I think, 4 or 5 are on rotation for free, and that rotation changes every 2 weeks. So
Okay.
Finn the human is free right now, and he's fucking broken. Not broken. Let me rephrase that. I discovered something about this game that I don't think anyone else is talking about.
Oh shit. Let's hear it. What is it?
Is that when you go into fucking matchmaking, you're playing against bots, but it
Okay.
does the thing where they masquerade them as actual players. They give them names, and they say, "Hey, this guy's playing on PS4. Or this guy's playing on Xbox."
Oh wow.
But they're actually fucking
Okay.
bots. Now you're asking me, how do I know they're bots if they look like humans? Well, Finn the human has a move where he can throw an item on the ground, right?
All right.
Uh, and you can pick that item up, and your teammate can pick that item up. The AI bots also try to pick that item up. So I guess they're just programmed incorrectly that they try to, whenever an item comes out, everyone on the map fucking scrambles for it instantly. So usually what happened is I spawn this item, it just flies out of Finn, and then usually my teammate instantly just catches it out the air. I'm like, what the fuck? That's fast as shit. Uh, or if it hits the ground, fucking you see the AI team try to pick it up. They just like
Scramble for
stutter
it.
walk on top of it, trying to pick it up, and they can't pick it up. And I'm like, oh, these guys are fucking bots because they keep trying to pick up this item and they cannot. They're not allowed to because they're on the other team.
I was gonna say like how do you know they're not just people who don't understand the mechanics, but they
Because
keep trying even though it
they
doesn't
keep
work?
doing it. It's
Okay.
like it happened more than once, and then the animation that they it's not an animation. They just like walk back and forth like real fast over the item, trying to pick it up.
Okay.
It's like
Ooh,
what
that's
once you see it, you're like, oh, these are fucking bots because they keep doing the same thing. They just walk back and forth over on top of this item every time it comes out.
real talk. Like, put a video together on that. Like, put a
Yeah,
video together
I
on
was
that.
going
Expose
to.
it. Like, I haven't heard anything about that, so do it.
I caught it in this footage here, but I need to find out exactly where it happens. Um, it was like Superman. Like I saw Superman doing it, and I saw Batman doing it, and it was like as soon as this fucking item comes out, or that happens, or like as soon as I spawn the item, my teammate will just snatch it out the sky like before I can even realize that
It's
I even spawned the
weird.
item. I'm like, this guy is
It's
super
weird that
human.
you're experiencing that many bots though, because the game, like, the open beta's up right now. Like, you'd think it'd be getting like some attention. It's weird that
Uh,
they need to populate
that's what
that
I'm
many
saying.
bots already.
I like what I think it is like this isn't the only game that does this. Is like they put you in bot matches in the beginning to make you feel like you're good or just to make you feel good about the game so that you're really like, wow, I'm so good at this game. I'm gonna make some purchases now or some shit like that. Like
Yeah,
Call of Duty Mobile does the same shit. Um, that Mario Kart mobile game does the same shit.
yeah.
Where like you're
That
playing
like
against
Wizard Battle
bots.
Royale did it too. Like I fell
Yeah,
for it. I didn't buy shit, but I was like, I played like one match and I won. And I was like, oh, this game is dope. And I told everybody I knew, like, oh, check it out. And then I got my ass kicked like my second match. And then that's when I realized, like, oh, it's all bots for your first match, so you can
yeah,
feel good about it.
yeah. So it was like my first couple matches where I think I played for an hour, had maybe like 10 matches, and I swear only one of them I was definitely a human. Because they were playing the other free characters. Notice that they're also not playing the free characters. Like what I expected to see was like everyone playing the free characters because they're free characters. You don't want to buy any characters.
Yeah.
Um, so all the bots are playing the not free characters, so you can like be like, wow, this guy's playing Tom and Jerry. I want to buy him. Or
Mhm.
so I think the only other
Okay.
human I saw was playing the free character. And then at the end of the match, you can like choose to rematch, or you can choose to just leave. Uh,
Yeah.
the bots are obvious because as soon as the match ends, they instantly all hit rematch. and the one human player I got did not hit rematch. So
Ooh.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I'm hoping that like some of this shit gets like ironed out if it's just early access, but if the
Yeah,
problems are like at the core of like the animations and the hit feel, like that's gonna take a lot of work to fix.
yeah. The other thing is you have to buy all the characters, um, and you can buy them with the in-game currency, which they give you a lot in the beginning. They give you enough, like in the first couple hours, to just buy like one character, maybe two. But the problem is all the characters, they don't, they don't all have the same price. So
What?
like Taz, the Tasmanian Devil, is like 1,500. Like the lowest is 1,500. But then some of them are 2,000, and some of them are 3,000.
What?
So
How? Why? Are they like just like better than other characters? Like
that's
that
what I'm
doesn't make
saying. Maybe
sense.
like some of them are better and they know it, so they're like, "Oh yeah, this guy's 3,000." But if you want to
I
pay
was gonna say
real
it can't
money,
be like an IP thing because like Warner Brothers owns all these like properties, so
yeah. So, but if you want to pay real money, they're all $7. And the problem with that is
uh
you can't buy the currency, the paid currency. You can't buy them. You can't just buy $7. You have to either buy $5 worth or $10 worth. So if you want to buy one character with real money, you
I
have to
gotta spend
pay at
like
least
$14.
$7.
Yeah.
They're all you have to pay at least $10.
I gotta pay at least $10. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. That's annoying as hell.
and
Man, that's a bummer. I was really excited about this game.
there's 17 characters, so they would be like $7 each to unlock all of them with real money. Or you can do there's like a founders pack that you can buy for $40, and that comes with 15 character unlock tickets, and there's 17 characters. So even the $40 pack isn't enough to get all the characters.
Well, that you
Uh,
start with like two free characters, right? Like
you get
maybe it's
four free
just,
ones, but once they rotate out, you can't use them anymore. So
but isn't there like, okay, so there's not like one anchor character that's like always available.
no, I don't think so.
It's just because like you know how League of Legends has like what's that chick with the bow and arrow? Ash, is that her name? Like you
Yeah,
always have Ash there. It cycles through other heroes, but you always have like that one character. Like there's nothing like that with MultiVersus.
I don't think so. That's what people thought. I think
That's
like Shaggy and shit were free last week before the beta, and then people were like, "What the fuck? Why can't I play Shaggy anymore?" And they don't even tell you this in game, by the way. I had to look it up, like how the free character shit works, because they don't tell you in game. So
and that's a
it's like
bummer.
4 or 5 characters on a 2 week rotation.
That's a bummer. This game
But
looked
anyway,
cool.
that's all to say. That's all to say that like you don't need to buy all the characters, because
Yeah.
what you can do is just you can go into the practice mode and you can try all the characters for free in the practice mode.
Okay. That's
So
good at
you can
least.
find out what characters you actually like in the practice mode, and then just buy those ones with the in-game currency. So maybe you actually like using 3 of the characters, and you can just get those ones.
Okay, that's good. That's a bummer. Hopefully, like some of the stuff like gets ironed out a little bit. You know, some of the edges get smoothed out. But we'll see. Like this game has potential to be something really cool, but we'll see what they
It'd be
do with
cool,
it.
but for the people who are like, yeah, this is a perfect fucking game. This is way better than Smash. You're out of your fucking mind. This is
I don't
not.
think
This is.
anything's gonna like beat Smash if I'm being honest. If
I
we
don't.
even if we just talk about like technical ability, like Smash is just such a big name. I think it's too big to fail, honestly. At
I'm
least
not
I think
even.
so.
I'm not even a huge Smash fan, but the thing that I like about Smash is that it's a very high quality product. Like
Yeah.
aside from the fighting, the entire presentation of all of those games are like very high. Like they put fucking
Yeah.
work into every part of those fucking games. So, like maybe you don't like the fighting aspect of it, but
Yeah, I'm
like
sure there's like other technical, more technically sound games. I heard like God, what was that other game that came out? It was made by like a bunch of like they had like pro Smash players like in on it to help build it, but nobody plays it because it's
uh,
like even though
was it
it's
like
supposed to
Wave
be technically like
Dashers?
very solid. No, it was what the fuck was it called? Hold on. It was like a pixel based like Smash clone. The whole thing of it is like, oh, this is supposed to be like for the hardcore like platform fighter fans
I thought it was called, like Wave
and
Dash or something.
Rivals of Ether. Rivals
Oh,
of Ether. Yeah. It's supposed to be like a really technical, like tight platform fighter that was built to be like competitive and like nobody talks about it. Like it doesn't have the same like visual style as Smash or the same like staying
yeah.
power as Smash.
I just mean that Smash has first of all, it has like so many different game modes. It has
Yeah.
so much shit to like collect, and all the collectibles have like the history of that thing attached
Yeah.
to it. So if you want to like look up like anything, it has all the lore attached and shit. It's
Even
just
the
like
moves are like references to the games too. Like
yeah,
it's insane. Like
like
how
there's so
much
much more
attention
to
to
those
detail there
games
is.
than just the
Yeah.
fighting part. Uh, that just like nothing else really like those games are kind of just like museums of like gaming history
Yeah.
almost. And it's like a labor of love almost. When I see shit like this, it's kind of like a spit in the face to like the quality of
Yeah.
those games. But that's all I gotta say about this game. I'm
Yeah.
played like 2 hours of it, and that was enough.
Well, that's a bummer. I'll check it out probably, and I'll probably have like another opinion on it next week.
Yeah.
You also played Stray. Like that's another thing I wanted to hear about. How is it? Is it like actually like a pretty good game, or is it just like a meme game?
No, it's like really good.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
uh the only thing I had to say about it is that if you're going in like expecting a game about cats, it's not a game about cats.
Yeah.
It could be the
It's like a
cat.
cyberpunk like dystopian game, but you just
Yeah,
play as a
yeah,
cat.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're going in expecting like a cat game, you're probably gonna be disappointed. But what is there is like it's like a really compelling story just about um like robots and like the absence of humans, I guess. Or it's like robots imitating humans because the humans are gone, and that's the whole thing you're trying to figure out is like what's happening in this world, or how can we fix the world, or there's like a way out.
Yeah, it's like an existential like it's if what I've been told, it's like an existential like cyberpunk story,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you just play as a cat.
yeah. Like the cat can really be replaced by like a raccoon or any other four-legged creature, really, because it's not really about the cat. It's more about the world you're in and the
Yeah.
inhabitants, really. Um,
Which is
so
like one thing that bumps me out when I hear about it, because like I'll see like people on TikTok like talking about it, 'cause it's like this is a new hot game to talk about right now. And everyone's like, oh, it's a cat game. You play as a cat. Like that's all they focus on. And I'm like, well, what there's more to it than that. Like
yeah, a lot more to it.
yeah.
Um, no one's. I haven't seen anyone talk about the fucking soundtrack. By the way,
Yeah,
I
is
think I
it good?
mentioned this last time. The soundtrack's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I like every time a new like track comes on, I'm like, yo, this shit fucking slaps. It's like really good. I'm trying to buy the
Heard good things
soundtrack.
about the soundtrack. I like what is it with like cyberpunk games just having like fucking banger soundtracks?
Yeah, Um, that's really all I gotta say about it.
Yeah,
It's not very long. I haven't finished it yet. Probably gonna finish it today.
sure. I'll check it out. I'm home all day today, so I'll actually be able to like hang out and like talk with you and like check out your stream if you stream it today. I
Right.
haven't been playing. Okay, that's a lie. I played a few games. So I'm gonna start with Monster Hunter Rise. I love Monster Hunter Rise. Okay, I'll be honest. I love it. Like I've made no like. It's not a secret my love for Monster Hunter, but I may have burned myself out of it a little bit.
Oh.
I played this game extensively since the new expansion came out, and I am hitting a point where I'm like, I'm starting to feel myself burn out, and I'm getting my ass like handed to me right now, and I'm just not in the right headspace to like really be enjoying this game right now. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna put this on the back burner. I'm gonna play something a little bit more chill, and then like get the energy back to like play it again. Energy's not a right word. I just the headspace, I guess, to play it again. So I tried playing Grounded, and that was a fucking mistake because that game is just as fucking stressful. My God, since the last time we played, they added a new system where you can like beef with the bugs. So if you fuck up like one species of bug too much, they'll like attack you and get back at you and attack your base. You got to hold the base off from these bugs or they'll fuck all your shit up and like ruin your stuff. It's so frustrating. And I don't know how this is happening because I stopped killing the ants because I don't have to kill them anymore. I got everything I needed out of them. And I'm wearing their armor so they don't even attack me, so I never have to worry about fucking with them. But for some reason, they pick fights with me. I'll just be out in the wilderness and it's like, all the ants are attacking, like they're getting payback. I was like, payback against what? I didn't fucking do anything. I'm just existing and they're taking it personally for some reason. And I'll just be out and about and I'll get a message that they're attacking my base and I need to get there now. And as you haven't played Grounded, there's no like fast travel. So I gotta physically walk back to my base and then fuck them up. And I turned the game off the other day because I had this really fucking annoying situation where I was by the koi pond, trying to get some stuff together so I can find the lab there. And I built a mini base next to the koi pond so that if I die, I could just start right there. And I got a message that my base is being attacked. I need to head back. So I run all the way back to my base at the end hill, where you first start the game, all the way back there, fight off as many ants as I can. They've already fucked up half of my shit. And then they kill me. And I remember, and because I had saved at the koi pond, I spawned back there, and
Oh
I gotta run
shit.
all the way back while they're fucking my shit up. And I'm like, I'm fucking done with this game, so I turned it off, and I haven't turned it back on since. Jokes aside, it is a fun game. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff there. They tweaked some of the story stuff a little bit. So now, when you first start and you find like Burgle, there's like a chip right next to him. That chip's gone. Now the chip is at another location, and you got to go like a whole thing there to like find it, which is pretty cool. Like it's an area you and I haven't explored yet, so it's really cool to check that out. And the game, it's one of the funner survival games I played. Like it's definitely really really cool. And the concept is really neat. Those of you who don't know, you're in a. It's basically Honey I Shrunk the Kids. The game basically. It's a survival game, but you're the size of like a bug. You have to try to live in your own backyard. It's really cool. It's a really cool concept. I love it. I love every part of it. But the game can be so fucking frustrating and unforgiving sometimes the way these mechanics work together. Just my God. And it really like left a sour taste in my mouth the way this like invasion system was happening. Because all this stuff I spent so long like building, putting together. The building stuff is fun. Like I'm not a big fan of like building mechanics in games, but I spent a lot of time on it in this game. And I had a blast with it. And just to have these ants that I don't fuck with just show up and fuck my shit up because they got some beef with me. I don't know where it started. Like it's so annoying. I'll probably get back into it later once I cooled off, but like no, that pissed me off like substantially. Um I'm playing Dragon Quest 11 again. After Grounded pissed me off, I went to Dragon Quest 11 to like kind of like calm me down a little bit. And I was playing that a lot. I might actually finish the game this time because I never finished it. Dragon Quest 11 is great. It's a traditional turn-based Japanese RPG. Fucking this game is old school as fuck. So if you don't like turn-based RPGs, this is like the pinnacle of turn-based RPGs. And it's really cool. Like there's not a lot to say about it really. It's a great game, great story, fun mechanics, interesting characters. It's not gonna like change the world. It's not gonna like change how RPGs are played. It's very traditional in the way it's handled, but sometimes you need that. It's good to have this like comfort game. That's not gonna surprise you too much. And as I was playing that, Diablo 2 and 3 were on sale on the Switch eShop. And
Uh-oh.
I had some points. I had about $15 in like points. So I was like, fuck it. I'll pick it up. I only had to spend like $20 of my own money. And I got like Diablo 2 and 3. I never played Diablo 2, so I guess it'd be a cool chance to try it out. And dude, Diablo 2, it's really fun. It's a very old school game. It's very, very old in the way it's handled, but it's still aged pretty well, I think. I like action RPGs. I like exploring the map, watching numbers go up, fucking stuff up. I'm playing with a Necromancer right now, so I'm having a lot of fun doing that. My problem is the fucking inventory, dude, is so small. I'm like teleporting back to town every like 5 minutes because my stuff's filling up. And I Googled it. I was like, when am I gonna like upgrade my inventory? Because I want to start beeline to that. Oh no, you can't. Like that's the inventory I'm gonna have for the rest of the game. Have you played Diablo 2?
I never played it. Well, I played. No, I never played this one. Are you the type that just picks up fucking everything?
Yeah, I am. So I think that's my problem. I need to
Yeah.
like know when to leave stuff behind. I started doing that, like leaving a bunch of stuff behind that I'm not gonna need. Another thing about Diablo 2 that Diablo 3 fixed. So Diablo 3 there's potions. You can pick up potions to heal yourself. But the way it's handled in Diablo 3 is that you don't physically pick up potions. You have like one potion and it's on a cooldown. So after you use it, you have to wait that cooldown off before you can pop it off again. Which is cool because it doesn't take up space in your inventory. But in Diablo 2, there's a potion for your health, there's a potion for mana, and your stamina. If you're running, you use up stamina. And you can wait for that to recharge, or you can pop a potion to restore it. So that's already like three different things, and I'm carrying more, and they don't stack, so they each take up a space in my inventory. So if I'm picking up a bunch of potions, my inventory is gonna fill up immediately if I'm picking up every potion. So I learned to like leave those alone and just carry like what. So you have a belt you can like strap your potions to, so you can pop them off with like a quick select. So I just got into the habit of carrying what I can on my belt and not putting it in my inventory, and that helped things out a little bit. But if you're the kind of person like me who's like, I'm gonna pick up all the loot, it's gonna get really fucking annoying really fast because of how often I'm having to run back or teleport back to town, sell off my shit, and go back out. I'm not even exaggerating, dude. Every 5 minutes, I was like teleporting back. If I ran through a dungeon, I would have to go back to base at least like half a dozen times just to like
Yeah.
drop off all the shit I was like getting. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that.
And I very quickly learned like just you don't have to pick up everything. You can leave some stuff behind. And I started doing that. But it feels weird because like my brain's not wired that way. So it feels weird. Like I'm leaving money on the table if I'm leaving shit at base or I'm leaving shit in the dungeon. But that's my hang up. Maybe no one else has this problem but me, but that's my hang up. Um I got Diablo 3 as well. Like on Switch, it came with the pack I bought. I honestly don't know why I even bothered with it because like I've played Diablo 3 to death on PC and on PS4, so I don't know why I bought it on Switch. I'll yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I did it. Honestly, I kind of regret doing it, but whatever.
I think I had it on
uh,
Switch too. I think I remember everything being way too small. Like,
Yeah, that's my worry about is I'm gonna play. I think it's gonna be too small. But
yeah.
I mean, I like Diablo 3. It's a fun game. It's a fun game, and it'll be cool to have it. I'm sure there's gonna be a day where like I open it up and play it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I spent money on this. Especially for like $20, Again, it was $20 my own money with all the points and stuff I had and the sale they were running. And I got Diablo 2 and 3. It's not a bad deal. Like I might as well have just taken advantage of it. It would have been
You
like
could
$8 just to get Diablo 2. So for 12 more dollars, I got Diablo 3 with it. I don't think it was a bad deal.
you could just play Diablo Immortal for free.
Or fuck that, because Diablo Immortal's trash. Also, I can't fucking see anything in Diablo Immortal. I'm getting too goddamn old.
Yeah.
Which is weird though, because Diablo 2, I can see everything just fine, even on my Switch screen. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like phones just aren't meant to play games or something.
True.
I didn't know this about Diablo 2, but like the Halo Master Chief Collection, you can like push a button and switch back and forth between the original graphics and the new graphics. You can do that in Diablo 2. I didn't know
Oh,
that.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So I was like playing through it. When you play Diablo 2, like you look at it, it looks like old school. Like it looks like an older game. And a lot of people I've talked to about it who grew up playing Diablo 2 are saying the game looks as good as they remember the remaster, the remake. But then when you pop back to the original graphics and see how that game really looked, it's like, holy shit. It's like a night and day difference, which I kind of like that. I like when video games do that, when a remake just it improves the graphics to a point where it looks as good as you remember it looking. You know what I mean? I don't want a game to like change things too much, because there's that nostalgia for the older game.
Yeah.
Just change it enough that like it looks as good as my brain remembers it looking, and I think I'll be happy with it. And that's what this game does. I never played Diablo 2. I have no nostalgia for Diablo 2. I didn't get in Diablo till 3, but I'm having some fun with this. Like despite like some of the gripes I have on the inventory management, I'm having some fun with this game. And I can see myself dumping quite a few hours into it. Also, was gonna make you happy. I finally played DJMax Respect. Finally.
Yeah.
And I got some issues, dude.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it's a fun game. It's a really fun game. It's one of the funner, like rhythm games I played in a very, very long time. I really like the way it feels. The music track fucking slaps. Oh my god, there's so much good music in this game that I've never heard before. It's got Guilty Gear tracks on it, which is great because Guilty Gear's got some fucking great music. My problem with the game comes down to the visuals, like how the game presents information to me. So I don't know how to describe this, but you pull up, you play the game. It's pretty traditional rhythm game, right? Like you have like the notes coming down. You have to time your button press with the way the notes hit the screen, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. I think that's cool as hell. But the little bit it uses to show the notes, every time you hit a button, it tells you like your max score. If you timed it perfectly, it's 100%. If you timed it a little bit off, it's like 90. If you were like way up, they're still gonna give you credit for it. It's like 2%. That pops up every time you hit a note. That popping up on screen combined with like my combo list takes up so much screen real estate. If notes are flying at me, I can't fucking see what's going on.
You can
I
turn
think it
all
might
that
just be a
off.
me problem. I couldn't find the toggle in the settings. I need you to show me where this is. I spent like 20 minutes trying to find it. I'm like, am I fucking dumb or is this like not in here? Because I can't see shit. And I failed songs because like notes are just coming at me and I can't fucking see the notes. Like, look at this. Like, I'm seeing the stream. Like, it's really easy to get lost in that mess of like your combo list and
Yeah.
the max score. Like, if that was like off of that screen, if it was like where there's a lot of open space there, where the music video plays. If it happened off screen on that, I think I would have a better time with it.
Yeah.
I get lost in that, dude. Like there's a couple songs I failed because I'm like I can't fucking see anything. Also, I'm playing with my speed at like 3, which is I think a comfortable speed to play at. but everyone tells you that's like, oh, that's like fast. You don't want to play at that. And I'm like, I don't know. It goes all the way up to like 7, right? So I don't think 3 is that fast.
Yeah.
That's just
No,
what I'm comfortable. Everything below that's like slow to me.
yeah, you just want to set it to where it's comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Wait, so you watching stream? Hold on, I'll show you where the if you it's on this page where you have to change it. You have to go to
So I
you
got
have,
Twitch opened up separately on my phone, so it's like delayed
oh,
as fuck. So
it's on the song select screen. You have to hit
I have a song select screen.
you have to
Okay.
go into your equipment menu.
Yeah, that's where I
And
went, and I saw that there, and I was able to change like the transparency, the fever setting. Also, fever should be set default to just go off automatically once you have enough. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't set that. Like having to like remember to like press a space bar, 'cause that fever builds up so fast.
yeah,
Like it throws me off.
there's reasons why you would want to manually do it. Uh
Maybe there's like a high level reason to do it, but I haven't hit that yet.
yeah, because it's like timed. It has like it's timed, so you kind of want to only hit it when you've like you've stretched it out, and then you want to hit it again to like maximize the length of it. Because if it just goes off as soon as it fills up, you've not maximized the full length of your whatever fever you have, you know.
God, that's so much to like deal with
Or
on top of
if you
like
know
the
the
rhythm
song,
stuff.
if you know the song and you know where like there's not many notes in this section, so I'm gonna stretch out my fever until the notes start coming back, and you can kind of do that too.
Gotcha.
It's a higher level play thing, but just out to auto it's fine.
All right, that's good. Good. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, show me where this like where I can change that. If you already did it in the stream, I can't see it.
yeah. Well, I can't really. It's just a video play, but there's like it's in the equipment section, and then there's also like in the settings. There's also there's some in there too.
I'll have to take a look at it again then. Maybe like I wasn't like really looking at it. But yeah, that's like if I could change that, I'd be okay. Like I wouldn't have any problems with the game because like it's
Yeah,
a lot of fun. It is legit like a really fun game. Like there's some cool shit here. Um, it's really fun to play. The music's great. Like the music are all bangers. The music videos that play in the background are really cool. I had to turn that shit off because I was getting too distracting, combined with like
yeah,
all the other information throwing at me. Maybe like it won't be so bad once I turn off the visual cue stuff. I don't want to turn it off completely though. I still want it to tell me like if I hit that score perfectly. Can I like change where it's located, or is it just an on or off thing?
I think it's just on or off.
Oh, that's a bummer.
The problem is
God damn it.
you're looking in the wrong spot. Your eyes aren't in the right place. You're
Okay, because
supposed
where am I supposed to be? Because I'm looking at the top, seeing it come down, and then like hitting it.
yeah, that's where your eyes are
Am I
supposed to be.
just
Like your eyes are supposed to be
yeah?
near the
And then
top.
like exactly, and my eyes at the top, it follows down, and it gets lost in like the combo score, the max score, and then I'm like, where the fuck did that note go?
No,
And
you're not supposed to
then
be looking
yeah,
at the
I
bottom.
lose
You're
my
not
shit.
supposed to be. Once you see the note come in from the top, well, if you're like higher level, you can see that note come in, and then you know when to hit it already. Uh,
Yeah, I'm not at that level yet.
yeah, yeah. Like they're kind of it's like hard to explain, but you're supposed to like see the note, and then you're supposed to know when to hit it. It's like you don't have to look at the bottom half ever once you like know what you're doing. It's
Yeah,
weird.
my brain's not like wired that way.
Yeah.
I got ADD, dude. My brain's not wired that way. Um, but no, like jokes aside, like it is really cool. It's really cool. And there's like an air mode, I think is what it's called. Like that was one of the things it showed me where it's like a
Yeah.
streaming mode where
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people can like chat with you and like leave messages and you can see it like on the screen as you're playing, which is really cool. I like that idea. I'm never gonna use it, but I like that idea. Yeah, there's cool stuff here. It's on Game Pass. That's where I played it. None of the DLC is on Game Pass yet, from what I can see, because I know like it's been out on Steam forever. and there's already a ton of like track expansions available for it on
Yeah.
Steam. None of them are on Game Pass. I checked. I couldn't see anything else to buy on Game Pass. So maybe that'll be coming later. But it's still cool, that it's there. This is the first time it's been outside of PC, right? It was when it was dropped on Game Pass
Um,
because it
it's the
dropped on
first time
Xbox
it's
at the
been
same time,
on.
right?
It's the first time it's been on the Xbox platform.
Yeah,
It's been on PlayStation forever.
right. Because it was on PSP and like Vita, right?
Yeah, it's on PS4.
Yeah. So this will be cool to play through. I liked what I was playing. Again, the Guilty Gear stuff is really cool. I'm probably gonna be playing this more because I do like what I'm playing. I'll introduce my wife to it. She loves like Japanese rhythm games, so I'll show it to her, see if she likes it. But no, it's a fun game. I'm glad I played it. My only gripe is like how it presents the information to me and how I'm supposed to process it. I'm sure though, one day it's gonna like click and I'm just gonna get it and I'm not gonna have these problems anymore.
Yeah,
Um, but it's that growing pains that's like giving me issues right now. But yeah, that's
yeah,
all I've been playing. We spent a lot of time talking about our games, but that's we're a video game podcast, man. I love talking about video games.
yeah.
We got some news to go on though. First thing, according to a Bloomberg article, Grand Theft Auto will have a female main character for the first time. I don't know if you've seen some of the internet responses to it, but a lot of dudes are not happy about it.
Oh, really?
Not surprising. Yeah, I have seen stuff all over like Reddit and like Twitter, like, oh, it's a bunch of woke bullshit. If Grand Theft Auto goes woke, I'm not gonna buy it. And it's like, dude, go fuck yourself. Like Grand Theft Auto has had like social commentary forever, just too stupid to realize it. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, the whole game is based on social commentary. That's what the game is, basically.
Yeah, it's social commentary, the game, but all you
Yeah.
care about is like shooting hookers. So whatever. Um, but no, jokes aside, like it's gonna feature a female protagonist for the first time. It'll be a Latina lead character. It's a pair of characters. One of them's Latina. I don't know who the other one's gonna be. And it is influenced by actual bank robbers, Bonnie and Clyde. So that'll be cool to see how that plays out. Um, According to this article, the game's been in development in some form since 2014. But even then, the developers still expect the release to be at least 2 years away. Especially since earlier this year, a bunch of designers actually quit Rockstar's Edinburgh office, saying that they were actually tired of the lack of progress in the game. Um, so that kind of bums me out a little bit because when I heard like, oh, it's been in development since 2014, we still got a ways away. I was like, okay, cool. The game's gonna be like polished to hell then, but no, they just haven't been really making progress on it since then, which bums me out. Um, According to early design documents, it's going to include territories modeled after North and South America. According to some people familiar with the plans, the way the game's going to work, and the new map is going to focus on a fictional version of Miami and some of the surrounding areas of it. I mean, Vice City was based on Miami, wasn't it? I'm making that up.
Yeah, yeah. So it sounds like they're going back to Vice City, or
Yeah, but Vice City took place in the '80s, so I don't know. Is it going to take place in the '80s too, or is it going to be more of a modern look at Vice City?
I would imagine maybe modern, but
Yeah, that's what I would imagine too. But we'll see. I mean, their plan with the game, according to some of these early design documents, some of these other team members, their plan is to continually update the game over time, adding new missions, cities on a regular basis, which leadership kind of hopes will lead to less crunch during the game's final months. I don't know how I feel about that, releasing a game, because it sounds like they're going to release the game unfinished. I don't want to use that
yeah,
word, but that sounds like they're going to do. They're just going to finish it up as they go along.
yeah,
But I mean, if they release the game and it has the same content like GTA 5 did when that dropped, and just add more to it later to make it bigger, I'm okay with that. But if the game's gonna like feel incomplete when it drops, I'm not gonna be happy about it. Um, all in all, pretty cool. I don't really care about Grand Theft Auto, sorry, but I like the attention to detail in Grand Theft Auto games, like the amount of work they put into like building these environments, building the areas, building the locales. There's a lot of work involved in that that I could really appreciate. I remember GTA 5 came out, you know, it's based after California. And my dad grew up in California. And at the time I had heard like I heard people talking about like showing like side by side comparisons of like actual California locations and Grand Theft Auto, and it was built like almost 1 to 1.
Yeah.
And I actually, funny story, I took my dad through it and I told him about it. I was like, hey, I know you grew up in LA. How well do you remember it? He's like, oh, I remember it like the back of my hand. Like, you know, I haven't been there in decades, but you know, you don't forget like your hometown. And I was like, hey, cool. I'm gonna drive you around like Los Santos here and tell him if this looks familiar. And holy shit, dude, like the smile on his face, like going driving through the area. He was telling me like, yeah, there's like a shop right there. And sure enough, I turned the corner, there's that shop. And he's like, if you drive up here, there'll be a vineyard on your right. Sure enough, there's a vineyard on my right. He's like, if you keep going up here, you'll hit the beach. Like it was crazy. Like he was able to find his way around it almost 1 to 1. Like it was really cool.
Yeah.
And
GTA 4 was the same way with New
yeah,
York City.
yeah, that's what everyone tells me. So something like that I could appreciate from Grand Theft Auto. Also, the story's like fun. I know everyone talks about GTA Online right now. That's like the most popular part of GTA 5. But the story's legitimately like really fun. Like it's a cool story. The characters are hilarious. Some of the best dialogue I've heard in video games came out of GTA 5.
Yeah, the story is incredible. What's
Yeah, it
crazy is
is.
we kind of know more about like this next game. We know more about this before it because if you remember, like no one knew what the fuck GTA 5 was until it came out. Even
Yeah.
like the same with like Red Dead Redemption 2. Like we knew like slivers of information, but until those games came out, no one knew anything. So it's crazy that we know so much
Yeah.
about this one,
Oh, I
and
remember when
it's
GTA 5 was coming out, they were when I say coming out, I mean if the game was already done, there was a release date. And that's when they showed off like the trailers and shit.
yeah,
But yeah, we didn't hear about like, oh, GTA. We didn't even know GTA 5 was in development until like they dropped a trailer.
yeah. And then
So
like
yeah,
we
it is.
knew like we knew there were like three characters, but we didn't know like how they were implemented. So people were like, "What fucking three characters? This is stupid." And then until the game came out, they didn't even know how it worked. And then people
Yeah,
loved it.
yeah. I thought it was cool. I never finished it. That's because like I suck at finishing games. But I did
Yeah,
like what I was playing. The game's really cool. Like the story's great. It's funny as hell. My God, that game's fucking hilarious, dude. Um, Anytime like Franklin goes home and he talks like his friends, his family, it's fucking bust up the popcorn. It's a great fucking time. It's so goddamn funny. Um, Oh, Michael stuff is really funny too. Also, Travis, the whole game's just fucking hilarious.
everything's
Um,
great. It's one of the
yeah,
it's one of the best games ever, I think. But
yeah, I agree. It's one of the best games I never finished for sure.
yeah,
Um,
I finished it.
and yeah, I gotta go back and finish it. It's on Epic. Like it was on Epic forever ago, and they released it for free. So I might as well just like re-download it and actually try to beat it. But I had fun with it, and if this is gonna be a new game in that same vein, with the same like kind of tongue in cheek like social commentary, I'm okay with it because I thought that shit was really
Yeah.
funny.
The problem
And
is the
yeah,
people who were involved in that franchise from the beginning until five, they're not there anymore.
yeah,
So it's a whole different, it's a whole different rock star. There's still a rock star, but there's different people involved now. So we don't know if those people have the same ideas or the same skill sets to kind of bring everything home in the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different writers, it's different everything. So we kind of
really,
gotta
really want to
see.
check it out then still
Yeah,
because like Rockstar is like if you look at their like history, like when they released Grand Theft Auto 3, it was like a game changer.
yeah,
And even though someone who's never really played Grand Theft Auto growing up, I was unfortunate enough to have I was fortunate and unfortunate enough to have a gamer parent, and my dad was a huge gamer. So it was cool because like he knew what games were out, he knew what games are good. So I didn't get like bullshit games. Like he knew like what games were good when I got a game. But at the same time, he also knew like what the ESRB was, what games were rated, so he knew like what games to keep away from me. And so I never played Grand Theft Auto growing up at all. I didn't play Grand Theft Auto until like GTA 4, and even then, like I played it at a buddy's house. I didn't actually own and play a Grand Theft Auto game until like GTA 5. And I liked it. I liked what I was playing, and I could understand like why Grand Theft Auto 3 was like such a big deal when it came out. And since then, they've just gotten bigger and bigger, and more detail, more environments, better stories, better characters. So I can't wait to see what this game is. Even though it's not the same Rockstar, I still want to see what they put out with this. Just because it's Grand Theft Auto, man. Like when a new Grand Theft Auto gets announced, like everyone's gonna be looking at it, regardless of like what the content is or who's developed or what where it's gonna take place. When a new GTA gets announced, everyone's looking at it. Everyone's paying attention to it. And I can't wait to see what happens with this. I can't wait till we get some more information on it, what they're bringing back, what they're getting rid of. It'll be really cool to check out whenever that comes out. Yeah, right now there's not a lot of information. Well, there's a lot comparatively speaking to like what we've gotten before, but
Yeah.
we still don't know a lot about it. There's still a lot to fill in, and I can't wait to see what comes out with that. Moving on from that story, we got some PlayStation Plus games coming out for August. Yakuza Like a Dragon is going to be out on PS4 and PS5. But I mean, if you've had Game Pass, it's been on there for a while, so
Yeah.
I, yeah, we're not sponsored by Microsoft, everybody. It's just Game Pass is a great deal, and you should, if you game on PC, you should have Game Pass. I'm just saying. But what's not on Game Pass is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. It's a cross-gen deluxe bundle, so you get it for PS4 and PS5 with your PlayStation Plus subscription. I've wanted to play that forever, so now that that's going to come out, that's a reason for me to go in and try it because I love Tony Hawk. So it'll be really cool to play this. I haven't played this Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake yet. Have you had a chance to try it?
No, it's on PC, but it's only on Epic, I think.
Yeah. Like I really want to try it out. So I'll probably be checking that out when that drops. Everything's going to be coming out on August 2nd is when the store will update. Also, Little Nightmares is dropping on PS4. I could have sworn that was already out on PS4, but maybe I'm going crazy.
Um, you're saying that they gave it away before?
Yeah, that's what I think. I might be thinking of Limbo though, because I know they gave out Limbo before. Yeah, I might be thinking about Limbo actually. Now that I say it out loud.
The problem with this update is I thought there would be more. Like I expected to see some like classics in this update. Isn't that the whole thing? Like they're adding,
So this is their regular base subscription, with the free games every month.
right.
If you want classics, you got to get to like what is it, like PlayStation Plus Premium is what it's called.
But I thought they would update everything at once, though.
Oh, I see what you
Right.
mean. You're like,
Like rolling
yeah.
it. Like if it's a monthly update, this is August update. So I expected, yeah, here's everything you're getting on August, including,
Yeah, not just like the lowest tier.
PS2, PS3. Yeah, not
Yeah.
just the lowest tier. Also, I don't know if you
Yeah, I
saw
don't
like
know.
the comments on this,
The
but
what?
like if you scroll down to the comments, there's a guy that's like, "Yes, be greatness with you forever. Greatness awaits us." And then like
Wait, what?
these people responding to that comment with, "Yeah, I can always rely on this guy for a cringe comment." Uh, begging for greatness, indeed. Uh, yeah, it's like the biggest PlayStation fan is like commenting on this shit, and then people clowning him.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I gotta read this whole comment. Thank you, Sony. Sony's all a lowercase, by the way, didn't capitalize it. 3 big hits. Be greatness with you forever. FOREVRER is spelt wrong, and it's all capitalized. I was right about you since from beginning. But he spelled beginning. Beginning. Greatness awaits you, my friend. It started, you games in July 2022. 23 amazing games. Continue yours journey with greatness. You are best. Waiting more waiting more games to come. I hope you only beginning with greatness and still await us. Oh my god. I had like a seizure trying to read that. In the comments, I could always rely on you for a cringe comment. Does this guy like have a history of like posting
Probably.
cringe shit?
Now I'm gonna be looking out for his comments on every fucking
Yeah,
PlayStation
dude.
blog post.
Hassan Brobry. Keep an eye open for Hassan there.
And he responded to his criticism at the bottom of his thread here. Greatness awaits is for PS4. Play has no limits is for PS5.
It's not weird when I like games. How can you say that every month? Most of the games suits me because I don't have them and are welcome to collection. And I bought around 200 games on PlayStation deals. Reason I give up is because they coming for free. Like it was Yakuza 3, 4, 5. I bought them. Dude, what are you trying to say here? Okay, I'm not gonna read this whole thing. I'm getting like an aneurysm trying to read it. But no, good for you, man. I mean, if you're getting your money's worth out of it, like good on you, man. I wish I could be like half as excited as you are for these games. I really do. I really do. I wish he seems like he's got his life together. You know, we clown on him, but that's a happy dude. We clown on him, but that's a happy guy. That guy goes to bed happy. He wakes up happy. He's in a good mood all the time. I dropped a glass yesterday. It ruined my whole fucking day. So you know, this guy got the secret to life. Talking about PlayStation stuff, the PS5 beta introduces 1440p support, gameless, and more. Um, Kind of weird it's supporting 1440p HDMI when like it already supports 4K, doesn't it?
That was one of the big things is that when it launched, they didn't support 1440p, which is mostly like a monitor, like a
Yeah.
gaming monitor resolution. Um, so they were like, "Hey, if there's a demand for this, we'll do it." And then, of course, there was a demand for it, so finally did it. The
All
problem with
right. Well, that's cool.
1440 is that it does not support variable refresh rate, which you kind of want that. Most monitors support
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, kind of weird it's not gonna support that when like I would hate to play like at 1440p and the refresh rate just be all over the place. You get this nasty screen tearing.
Yeah. And then the other thing about 1440 is that most games don't. Most games run at either 1080p or like 4K.
Yeah, I was gonna
Uh,
say like what games actually support 1440? Like
Not many, if any. So if you're at
that'd be
1440,
annoying.
it's gonna like either scale down the resolution or it's gonna scale it up based on
Can you
based on the
imagine like
game.
booting up a PlayStation 5, you boot it up at 1440, your menus are all at 1440, then you boot up your game and it just drops down to 1080.
Yeah,
And if you got like a smart TV, it's gonna tell you every time it changes resolution too. My TV does. Like that would be really annoying. You can also make game lists finally. In your game library, you can create a game lists and organize your games together. You can have about 15 game lists, 100 games per list. That's really cool. I don't even think the PS4 had that, so it's really cool to see the PS5 have that. But honestly, like your game library just shows up alphabetically anyway, so I don't know where that list would come in handy really, at least for someone like me who just I know what I want to play, I'm gonna hop in, look for it alphabetically, and then pick it out of the list, but whatever. You know,
yeah.
you do you.
If you have a lot of games, it's nice to just be like, hey, these are my these are my racing games, or these are my
Yeah.
like split screen multiplayer games.
I can see that being a thing. Like, I got some buddies over, having a couple drinks. Your girlfriend comes over. It's like, what do you want to play? Oh, let me look through like my list of like split screen games. I can see
Yeah,
that being a thing.
I think Steam does it the best because Steam will automatically, because Steam has that like tag system.
Yeah, so you can
So
just
they have
click on the split
what's
screen tag and find it.
yeah, they
Yeah.
have like dynamic collections. So you just say, hey, show me all the split screen games. Show me all the games I have that are tagged with split screen, and it just does it automatically.
Yeah, Steam's ahead of the game, dude. Like
Yeah,
Sony's got to catch up. Like, let's be honest here. Um, but no, that's cool. It's a cool like feature. I'm not gonna shit on them for like adding new stuff. Um, you can also listen and compare the difference between 3D and stereo audio on the same screen. So what's cool is that you just when you pick your audio from the settings, you can actually listen to it and hear the difference before you make the selection, which is cool. Like I don't even some modern PC games don't do that. Like you have a selection to pick the audio setting, but you can't actually like hear the difference on them. So it's cool to see
yeah,
like PlayStation bringing that in. You can just do it from the system settings, so that's cool. I mean, I'm sure there's more work. You got to make sure the game supports it, but whatever. I think most PS5 games, at least the AAA stuff, support 3D audio, right? So it shouldn't be a problem.
yeah. Well, I think it's like a system wide engine. What do they call it? The the velocity? Is that the one? I don't know. They have the thing in the system that just does it system wide. So
Yeah. You can also request party members to start share screen to watch their gameplay. So if you got a friend who's playing a game, you can request to watch them play, which is cool. Steam's been doing that forever. I know I keep bringing Steam up, but it's a cool system. Like it's really cool to have it. And also when you join a party and a party member is playing a game, you can join. They'll now get a notification. You can join the game directly from the notification, which is weird. That wasn't a thing already because I thought like PS4 already had that, but whatever.
you'd be
All in
surprised.
all,
PS5 launched with a lot of shit that was
yeah.
on PS4 and then was not on PS5.
Yeah,
Like they're like
kind of
catching up with
annoying. I mean,
themselves.
I don't own a PS5 yet because they're like impossible to find. But honestly, like I don't really have like a big need for it. I don't want to sound like an elitist, but my PC could run pretty much anything I need it to.
Yeah,
So I have fun playing on that. Maybe I'll get a PS5 later down the line when they're more readily available. They're not expensive. But right now, I'm not getting one. My brothers both have one. They've been trying to bug me to get one forever, but whatever. But no, cool news here for anyone on a PS5 right now. You got some pretty cool updates, some pretty cool quality of life changes. So have fun with that. Some quickie news. We got a look at an early look at the user experience of the PlayStation VR 2. All those of you who don't know, PlayStation did announce a new VR headset. Supposed to be lighter and more aerodynamic than the original model. And it's going to have some cool little supports too. The controllers actually have analog sticks on them now, which is cool. But they showed off quite a few new features. I didn't have a chance to read through this article yet.
well, everything they're showing is stuff that uh, it's all stuff that's been done already,
Yeah,
and
like most
other
modern headsets are doing that, right?
even like the first Vive headset did all of this shit. Um, it's got cameras in the front, so you can kind of look through the cameras to see your actual world. While you have the headset on, you can just look through the camera, so you can see your environment. Is useful because you don't have to keep taking the thing off to just find out where your beer is. Um, you can stream your gameplay now, straight from the
Which
system.
weird that wasn't a thing. Like I thought, I could have sworn you could do that on PS4 already, but I guess not. The original VR.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Um, Customized play area. So now in VR 2, you can actually customize the play area you can play in, so you don't have to worry about like hitting your lamp or something or letting you play
Yeah,
outside that area. which is cool. Like that's a cool feature to have. Plus, because the camera is built into the actual headset, there's not like another fucking dongle you got to fuck with to like scan your room out. Because I know the first VR needed the PlayStation camera, right? I don't think you need that with the VR2 anymore.
Right. And the good thing about this, same thing the Vive did, is when you get close to the boundary, it warns you. It like it shows you, oh hey, you're getting close to the fucking edge here. You're about to hit something, which is good to have.
Really good, yeah. All in all, it's a pretty cool improvement over it, and I don't know if this is going to be enough to like get people to upgrade to VR, especially since like, oh, I don't think we have this on the notes here, but do we have a price to the VR2 yet, or is that still
I don't think
unannounced?
they've announced the price yet.
Because the new like Meta headsets, the Oculus headsets are going up. Remember? I don't know if you heard that yet, but
Yeah, yeah.
the prices are going up on them, like $100, $200, something like that. And there's no new features. It's just the price is going up on them. They're not getting new features or new hardware out of it. It's just this is what they're going to sell for now. So I'm a little worried about what that's going to do for VR because it doesn't have the biggest adoption yet, and they just made that barrier. Meta, with their Oculus is like the charge right now for VR. They just made that barrier of entry even higher. So I don't know if the attention's there that this VR2 is going to make a big splash, but we'll see. I mean, I
Yeah.
really like VR, and I hope it's not a fad because I really do like VR. I like the idea of it. I fucked around with some VR headsets before, and they're really cool. There's some cool stuff you can do on them that you can't do in other games. Like, there's a cool experience here. I haven't been this excited for like new gaming peripherals since like Sony released like the DualShock, with two joysticks, and I played. I'm getting that same vibe the first time I played Ape Escape, and I can use these sticks to play it. I was like, oh, this is gonna change gaming forever. I got the same thing when I played VR. So I really, really hope it's not a fad. But we'll see what happens, man. I'm really, really excited to see what they put out with this, if this does become something really big. But we need that adoption to do it. And
It's
I
like
don't
a
know, there has
chicken
to
and the egg thing because
yeah,
if there's no real reason to get one, then people aren't going to get one, and then
yeah,
if people don't get one, then the developers aren't going to bother making shit for the thing that people
yeah,
aren't getting. So, and especially if like the price point is if they're super expensive, I imagine this thing is going to be just as much as like a whole fucking PS5, maybe just like a little cheaper.
yeah.
I don't know the
And you need
tech
a
they're
fucking
putting in.
PS5 to play it. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 400 minimum, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
dude. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Like, it sucks because like I really, really, really want VR to like be a more mainstream thing, but there's not a lot of content for it yet. Like, at least for me, the biggest VR game we got, and I'm talking just in general, not just Oculus, Vive, PlayStation, the biggest VR thing, any software we got was probably Half-Life Alyx. And I can't think of anything else that released that
Yeah,
like made me think, oh, I gotta get a VR. Well, Resident Evil 4 VR, but like I already played Resident Evil 4. Like I love Resident Evil 4, don't get me wrong, but a new Half-Life game on VR, and that still wasn't enough to like, push that over the
yeah.
edge. Like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Especially since that was
Um,
legitimately like some people's game of the year that year was
yeah,
that
dude,
VR game.
it's still like nobody played it, and it's still I don't know if it had a massive uptick in Vive sales because it was a Vive exclusive, right?
Yeah,
So I don't think it had a massive uptick in Vive sales. I don't know. We'll see. Like all this is doing is creating more competition for a product that doesn't have a huge install base yet, and creating more exclusives and dividing up the audience for an audience that's already really small. Like I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's gonna work financially, but I don't know. I'm just a guy, but just seeing the trends right that we've been seeing so far with VR, it's VR's been a thing for a while now. And it's still not totally affordable. It still doesn't have this huge install base. It's a novelty thing still, you know, it's not like a mainstream thing anymore. It's not a mainstream thing yet. So we'll see if PlayStation can do something with it. I mean, the first PlayStation VR was probably the most affordable VR headset on the market at the time, but you had to have a whole PlayStation to do it. So, but with this, you need a PS5 to do it, and you can't fucking find any of those either. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass right now, but we'll see what happens with it. I'm excited for it because the tech is really cool, but I don't know if we're gonna get enough support for it when it finally does drop. We'll see. Maybe Sony's gonna just drop some bangers on it. Of course, people in the buying one, but we'll see. Also, we got the Backbone One PlayStation Edition. It's an officially licensed controller by PlayStation for mobile. So that's really cool. You can snap your phone into it, and you have an officially licensed PlayStation controller.
You cut
An
out.
actual PlayStation
Oh,
controller to
there you
connect to your
go.
system. I cut out.
No, you're back. You're back.
I'm back. Am I good? Am I clear? One,
All
two,
right.
one, two.
When I saw the headline for this, I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, we're getting a PlayStation Elite controller finally."
That's what I
Uh,
thought, but no, it's a mobile
no,
controller.
it's a mobile controller. It's a controller that already exists, by the way. The only PlayStation thing about it is the color scheme. They didn't even move the D-pad and the analog stick to match the placements on the PlayStation controller. So the only thing about it that's PlayStation is the color and like the button icons, and it's only for iPhone too. That's the other thing. So not it's not great. Hello, 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 hello. Cut out. You cut out. You cut out. You cut out.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. There you go. There we go.
Yeah, my Discord just like reset.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's good now. But yeah, like what you're saying, like how the fuck are they gonna like market this as like a PlayStation controller and not have the PlayStation layout for the sticks? Like it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
They're trying to get in on some of that like remote play shit. I guess. I don't know how good that shit is for. So it only. I think remote play only works if you're like next to your console, right?
You
Or
need
if
to
you're.
have be on the same Wi-Fi network on it.
Yeah, yeah.
I use remote play on my Vita to my PS4, and it works pretty well. And like a pinch, I was able to use my Vita as like a controller.
Would it be nice if I could just
But
do that on a PS5? Use my Vita.
yeah, that'd be great. But Sony like stopped supporting the Vita way too soon.
Yeah.
Um, the problem though is that it runs off your Wi-Fi network. So I remember like very, very early on in Gameoverse when I was still doing that retro byte thing, and I had a buddy over. We were streaming. It was during one of our charity streams. I didn't have a controller, so I was like, "Oh, I'll just have my buddy use like my Vita controller. We'll just use that as like an extra controller." Because we were streaming already, it used up too much bandwidth that I couldn't connect the Vita to my PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like a thing. I doubt that's not going to be a problem with this, but
Um, it would be uh, it would be nice if they had some the streaming service that they have. It'd be nice if you could just do that. Just play like
yeah,
PlayStation Now on it, or like it seems like they're trying to get in on some of the shit that like again like some of the shit that Xbox is doing very well. They're trying to do it,
yeah,
but half-assed.
yeah. And I tried like, oh, I forgot to mention, I tried some cloud gaming the other a little while ago. I forgot to
Oh,
mention this. We're talking about it. Yeah, so I didn't fucking know this, but if you're subscribed to Amazon Prime, you get enrolled into another program called Amazon Prime Gaming.
yeah,
And just for the price of my Amazon Prime subscription, I get like free content towards a bunch of free to play games, some free games. I got Far Cry 4 out of it. And I have access to Luna, and I could play some games off Luna.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll try. I downloaded Luna onto my phone. I tried playing. I didn't have a controller, so I was just playing with the on-screen keypad. Tried playing Mega Man 11. It felt like shit. Oh my god. It was not even like the touchscreen controls, but like actual like the delay with this cloud gaming dude was so obnoxious. My god. It was unplayable. It was seriously unplayable. I couldn't do it. I got really annoyed with it really fast. And the game was like, oh, because when you select that you don't have a controller, it's like, oh, you could use the on-screen controller, but we recommend using a controller for a better experience. Like, no, that a controller's not gonna fix this situation. Like, the delay is way too bad. Um, so I tried it, didn't like it, but everyone's told me Luna is not that great anyway. So
Yeah, I
maybe
played.
maybe that's on me.
I tried Luna when it like first came out, and it was not great. I played like
Yeah, it's not
Control
a good
on it.
experience.
Yeah.
It is not a good experience at all. Um, yeah, so there you
There
go.
was a
I tried it. I could say I tried like switch. I could say I tried cloud gaming, and it wasn't my thing.
the best one still was Stadia. Stadia was like rock solid. I
Yeah,
played PUBG and won a match. I was like, this is crazy.
that's crazy. Is Google still supporting the Stadia?
It's still actually there were rumors that came out that was like, hey, they're planning on canceling Stadia, and I think they came out and was like, no, it's not true. So who
It just
knows?
came out in like 2019, and for them to like stop supporting it, I want to try the different like cloud services. I haven't tried every one. I tried Luna, didn't like it. My dad played the PlayStation cloud service. That feels like dog shit. So you said Xbox feels okay, right? Like their servers are pretty solid.
No, Xbox is
No?
bad too.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, the only good ones is only two of them that were good. Stadia was the best. Actually, Stadia was the second best after the Nvidia's cloud thing was the best one.
They still doing that?
They're still doing that, and it just uses your Steam library. So you just log into it, and whatever Steam games you already own that are supported, you can just play them.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That is really cool. What's the subscription cost for that? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm
it's
gonna check
free.
that out later. It's free? Oh fuck
It's
yeah then.
it's
Okay, cool. I'm gonna check
free
that shit
with
out.
like it's free, but you can only play for like a few hours, and then it like kicks you out, and then you got to get back in. But it's free.
I will try that out then. I will definitely check that out. That's really cool. But yeah, so Backbone One PlayStation Edition, officially licensed controller for PlayStation, for your phone. I guess go check it out. If you like, honestly, if you game on your phone, you probably already have like a dedicated controller, if not a backbone already. So whatever. I mean, go check it out, I guess, if that's your thing. We got some new trailers, some actually pretty cool trailers here that I won't lie.
Yeah,
Marvel's Midnight Suns released their Spider-Man trailer. Midnight Suns, dude, is an anomaly. Like it's definitely not like my cup of tea. I'm not a big fan of like card-based games, but I do like me some strategy games, like XCOM style games, and this looks pretty
yeah.
solid the way it's being played.
I threw this in
And
the
it's got
wish list.
yeah,
Yeah, it just looks good. It looks good. So
yeah, it does. Like it legit looks like fun, and it doesn't look like it's annoying like with the card game mechanics, because like you have a deck, and every turn you just draw cards. You can play with the cards that you draw, and I like that idea. It's an XCOM style strategy game, but with the card mechanics will add an extra like layer to it of strategy and depth, especially with some of the randomization that comes with card games.
yeah,
And that's kind of half the fun of card games, right? Like building your deck so that you can rely as little luck as possible. So
yeah. But it's
this is
also like
cool. Like I like
here's
this.
is like here's the hand that I have. let's figure out what we can do with this. And that's kind of
Yeah,
like the fun in that as well.
yeah, that's really cool, and I like that a lot. Like, at first I was hesitant on it when I heard, oh, it's a strategy RPG with card mechanics. I was already like, oh, fuck this game. I'm not gonna like this. But actually seeing it like in action, there's some cool stuff here.
Yeah.
It also helps they're showing off like Spider-Man, my favorite superhero. So I gotta check this shit out. Yeah, really, really like what I'm seeing here. This looks really cool. I'm probably gonna add this to my wish list too. I like what I'm seeing. We also got a DLC trailer for Minecraft. SpongeBob DLC. I just gotta say, this looks really cool.
This looks awesome.
Like, this looks awesome. There's some cool stuff here. Like it looks like they're adding some mini games on there. There's some SpongeBob specific mini games. Some SpongeBob specific levels to play through. It's basically a SpongeBob game, like in Minecraft.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
really cool. Has Minecraft done anything else like that?
Um, they've
I know
done.
they've released like character packs and stuff as DLC, but to make like a whole like, oh, here's like a whole like SpongeBob themed like level and world to play through. I don't think I've seen anything else like that.
I think they did do something else, but I don't remember.
This is really cool. I like what I'm seeing here. Like Minecraft has become such a big gaming phenomenon that like, and it's so malleable the way the game is. Like you can release a SpongeBob DLC and like add Bikini Bottom to the game, add new game mini games, character models, and you get a ton of stuff with it. Like it's really cool. Like I like this. I really really like this. It's cool to see actual like content more than just like character skins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is cool. You can look forward to that. That's available right now, so you can go check it out right now if you got Minecraft. We also got a trailer for Revolt. We were talking about this earlier. You said this is a game you're excited for. Tell me more about it.
So Revolt is an old. It's a racing game where you use RC cars, and the thing about that is they control like RC cars. They're very squirrely. The handling is super sensitive, and they feel like RC cars. They just it's like so it's very difficult.
Yeah,
But once you get the hang of it, all the levels are like based on like RC car sized cars in like the real world. So you're driving through like the streets as an RC car. You're driving through like shopping malls. Um, like all the level designs are based around that, and it's really cool. It's like a combat racer, but your RC cars.
yeah, it's
Um,
really cool. I liked what I was seeing here on. Like this look like legit looks like a lot of fun.
there's a track editor that's not very good, and I don't think there's any like online modes or anything. I think they even took out the split screen, so it's really just
That's a
the
bummer.
single player racing. But it's good racing. It's a good game.
I'll check it out. It's only like $5 on Steam right now.
Yeah,
So not a big not a big barrier of entry here to check out. I'll definitely be checking this out soon. Like it looks cool. And another story that I was really excited to talk about. Well, as soon as I heard about this, I told Wasabi, like, dude, we gotta talk about this on the show. Um, a fucking legend is making a Simpsons Hit and Run remastered mod. The guy has a YouTube channel, El Gato del Tejado. The cat, I think it's like the cat on the roof is how it translates. Um, my Spanish is like okay, it's intermediate, like very minimal Spanish. Anyway, the guy is completely remastering Simpsons Hit and Run, and it's more just a fresh coat of paint. This dude is redoing textures. He shows off there at the beginning of this cutscene. side-by-side looks at a lot of like advertisements in the game, like billboards and stuff. The original models versus like the new textures he redrew. The dude's redrawing these textures in the Simpson style, which is fucking incredible. This whole video is like a 5-minute video showing off like characters. He's completely done a new character models. He had to download a lot of them off an asset store, but he was able to edit them with cool cell shading effects to make them match the up-res textures he's doing for the environment. He's really cool. He talks about some of the problems he had making these textures work in the game and how the models were viewed off in the original game versus this one. Like the Lisa one, about 2 minutes in, the work he put into making Lisa work in this game is insane. Like he talks about the problems he had with it. But the coolest thing about this trailer that just was incredible to me is how he's doing the cutscenes. So he's redoing the cutscenes in the game. The problem is he's not too experienced with 3D animation. As much as he would love to do it, he's not that experienced with it. So he's like, fuck it, let's do 2D animation. He completely redid the cutscenes and reanimated them in 2D in the original Simpsons style. And it looks incredible, dude. You can see some comparisons about 4 minutes in of what these stills look like in that style. And it's insane. It looks like an episode of The Simpsons or like a clip out of The Simpsons movie. And at first I saw the stills and I was like, well, these are just stills though. How does it look in motion? 4 minutes, 45 seconds in, he shows you side-by-side comparisons of the actual cutscenes in movement. And it's incredible. This is so amazing that one dude did this. Like the work that goes into animating the stuff by hand, 2D, to completely reinvent this game. He's going to be talking about high definition textures and interior models in his next video. This just came out last week, this video here that he did. So I can't wait to see what else he puts out with it. But I'm going to be watching this project, dude.
There's a part 3 now.
Is there already?
I think so.
No. There's a new video, like a short, thanking people for the 1 million views the last video got, but that's it. There's not a part 3 yet. It's not by this guy. I mean, you can look up like Simpsons Hit and Run mods, and there's people who are working on like mods for it, but this guy is like taking it to the next level. This is incredible, dude. Like, this is insane, the amount of work this guy's putting into this. I never played Simpsons Hit and Run as a kid. I wish I did. I heard good things about it. I never had a chance to play it, though. So I'll definitely be checking this out. I love The Simpsons. I grew up watching The Simpsons. The Simpsons is, like, responsible for my sense of humor. So take that as you will. If you think I'm funny, great. Yeah, The Simpsons thing for that. If you think I'm not funny, you can blame The Simpsons for it. But this is so cool. Like, I can't think of any other fan project that had this much work, at least not by one dude. Like, the fact that this is one guy is insane, dude. And on top of that, to make these videos to like keep us updated on like the work he's doing on it. Oh my god, this is so cool. This is so cool. I can talk about this project all day, dude. I'm excited to see where this project goes. Did you ever play Simpsons Hit and Run as a kid?
I think I played it very, very little. I think a friend of mine must have had it. I play when I go to his place.
Yeah, you're not a big like fan of The Simpsons, though, right?
Not at all.
Not at all. Oh, dude, I love The Simpsons. I love The Simpsons. I can watch. The other day, I was at my mom's place. I didn't know what to watch, so I pulled up Disney Plus, started watching The Simpsons. Fucking great time. I love The Simpsons so much.
I like Futurama.
Futurama's good. Don't get me wrong. I love Futurama. But The Simpsons, though, dude, they got some jokes that are just that still hit. Like they still hit right today. I love The Simpsons. It's a fucking classic. I can watch The Simpsons at least the earlier seasons like 2 through like 8 are like peak comedy, dude. Yeah, I fucking love The Simpsons. Anyway, yeah, this mod looks incredible. So for sure, 100%, check out Elgato's YouTube channel. Um, show some support. He's got a Patreon up. Honestly, I might donate to his Patreon because I really want to see this project come out.
Yeah,
He's
do
only
it.
got 2 tiers right now. Yeah, he's got 2 tiers right now. $3 tier and a $6.50 tier. Um, both of them get you early access and some general like bug fixes and communication with them. And another one, the higher tier though, gets you firsthand content, whatever that means. Doesn't really elaborate what that means, but it's only $6 a month, which is it's a shame because this dude's video has like 1.2 million views, but his Patreon only has like 17 patrons. So I want to check it out. I definitely want to start donating to his Patreon. If we can bring like any more attention to him, I'll feel good today. I can go to bed happy today if I can bring some more attention to this guy's project. Um, Speaking of like insane fan projects, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild got a split screen multiplayer mode developed by fans, which looks really cool. Like it's impressive how well this works. This shit would not work on Switch at all. Like there's no fucking way this would really
Oh
run on
yeah.
Switch. So you would have to download the is this using the Wii U emulator? Because I think that was like the only way to play it, right?
Yeah, I think so. The Wii U emulator, and then patches in it to make it like run good, and then uh, obviously for the split screen. This shit is crazy.
This is crazy. Especially since like I've looked at some behind the scenes stuff on how the Breath of the Wild works,
Yeah.
and the only reason it's able to render like so much and has such a long draw distance is it only renders what you're looking at. So when you turn around, it does like the Horizon Zero Dawn thing. Well, I guess the Horizon Zero Dawn thing is doing the Zelda thing if you want to be technical, but it doesn't render the area when you're not looking at it. So if everything behind you can't, enemies are still there and the immediate area is still there, but the world like stops rendering when you're not looking at it.
Yeah.
That's how it's able to have the draw distance it does on hardware like the Switch and Wii U. So adding split screen multiplayer, you're doubling that ability now. Now, if you guys are facing different directions, it's got to render everything at the same time, while still, from what I'm seeing here, keeping a solid 60 frame per second. So I can't imagine the work that went into making this happen, dude. Like my head hurts like just thinking about how hard this must have been. But it's really, really cool. Like it's really cool to see it happen. And even stuff like Flurry Rush, once one person sets it off, you get that advantage for both characters. That's really cool to see.
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot of work that went into this. Like this is incredible to see this happen. I might download this just to try it out because I played Breath of the Wild so much, so many times. I'm still learning shit about it. So to get a multiplayer, to get a split screen co-op mod for it, any word yet? If there's online co-op, or has that already been a thing?
I think online would be ridiculous even more, but
Yeah.
yeah. This is coming out yesterday in beta, so
Yeah, he said like from the beginning of the video, like there's gonna be some issues with it, but expect them to be fixed in the future. But so far though, looks looking pretty good. Like this is really cool to see.
I wonder if you could just do like the entire story, if you can just do the entire game in split screen.
Why not? Any word yet? Like I haven't had a chance to watch the whole video, but he explain like how the pause screen works,
Yeah, it
the
pauses for
inventory
both
screens.
characters, and then whoever paused it is the one that gets the menu.
Okay. And I
Really
assume everybody like shares like the same equipment screen then.
um maybe. Like you're saying if someone picks up an item, they both characters get it. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
I have access to it. Like if I picked up like well, with the way the game is, like there's some like armor that's like you can only get one piece of.
Yeah.
So both characters have to have access to it. You wouldn't be able to pick up like 2 sets of armor. I don't know. We'll see. Like we'll see when it comes out. I'm sure that's like stuff that's still being worked on. But it's just the fact that this exists is incredible, dude. Like this is so cool. God, what a time to be alive. This is such a cool time to be alive. Fucking split screen Breath of the Wild. Hell yeah, sign me up. Um, Ending off the show, we're gonna end this the way we always ended. We got some game releases coming out. Azure Striker Gunvolt 3 is dropping on Xbox One and Series X August 2nd. Frog Gun is also releasing August 2nd for everything PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X. This actually looks pretty cool. It's like an old school PS1 era 3D platformer. Like we talked about this a little bit last time it was announced, and it looks really cool. I might check this game out actually. And August 3rd, we got South of the Circle releasing on everything. South of the Circle is an emotional narrative game, not too dissimilar like other point-and-click adventures. Looks neat. I like the art style for it. That's all I can really say. August 4th, we got a couple more games coming out. Hard West 2 is dropping on PC. Hard West is an XCOM style tactics RPG, but the gimmick is it takes place in this like supernatural Old West setting, which is pretty cool. I played the first one a bit. I liked it, but it wasn't quite scratching that itch that XCOM does for me. But this looks really cool. It looks like it's just more of that. So I might check this out later. There's a demo out for it now if you want to try it out. We also got Hindsight coming out on PC and Switch and mobile. This is another narrative-driven game, but the big gimmick of the game is possessing physical objects and seeing the past associated with them. So pretty neat. Kind of reminds me of What Killed Edith Finch a little bit, the way it's being presented here. We also got Kokoro Clover Season 1 on PC and Switch. I don't know what this game is. It's a 2D platformer, but I've never heard of this game before.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Japanese as fuck.
Yeah, it is. It's like a Mega Man style platformer, or that's what it looks like.
Can you tell that from?
Well, in the sense that like it's like a level based game with like. So when I say Mega Man based platformer, I don't mean like jump and shooting. I mean like obstacle course levels, and then like a boss fight at the end.
One video they have is 15 seconds long and doesn't show anything.
It shows
Uh,
up a little bit.
a little bit, but not like. Why is there?
Well,
There's
I'm
like
looking at like the
English
screenshots and stuff too.
titles, dialogue in English. Actual like written dialogue is still Japanese. Sure, what this is.
Apparently, it's inspired by Sunday morning Japanese anime shows of the past. Transformations, cards, dancing, and robots. That's like a whole like level of nostalgia that I have like no like nostalgia in.
Yeah, it says it's a visual
I,
novel and a 2D platformer. I want to add this to the wish list. I'm not signed in. Remind me about this game. Music mode.
yeah, there's like I'm reading through like the description here. This actually looks pretty cool. Like there's some cool stuff here that I like. Might check this out later. This looks pretty neat. Then there's Sword and Fairy Together Forever, releasing on PS4 and PS5. You played this game, didn't you, during like a demo derby a little while back?
Yeah,
The whole
a
game was like
Chinese
in
game.
Chinese. You had no fucking clue what was going on.
Yeah, yeah. Everything's in Chinese. I think the version that's coming to consoles might push in it, but the version I played completely in Chinese, so hard to understand what was actually happening. But it's a cool like little hack and slash, like a Devil May Cry style.
Yeah, that's what got me into it. That's what made me want to check it out.
Yeah,
I love me some like Devil May Cry style like action games. And this looks incredible. Like graphically speaking, this game looks. What is it with Chinese games like looking really, really good and having really great graphical fidelity? Like,
yeah, yeah. I don't know what they're doing over there, but apparently this is the seventh game in this Sword and Fairy series.
that's I fucking never played Sword and Fairy 1 through 6. I'm a little worried. I got lost in the deep lore of the Sword and Fairy franchise. Um, no, jokes aside, the description says the seventh lineal sequel. So this isn't like Final Fantasy where it's just like a new thing every time. Like, no, this is like a lineal sequel. This takes place after 6, if I'm reading this description correctly. But even then, like I don't know what the fuck's going on, so it'll be fun to check out. I might actually check this out. It's only like $30, so I might actually check this out on Steam. But you can get it now or August 4th on PS4 and PS5. Massage Freaks on Switch. Okay, so I want to talk about this
Okay,
because that got pulled from Switch, didn't it?
did it? I couldn't find it. That's why there's no
Yeah,
link
dude, it's
for
a
it.
porn game.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's a porn game. Apparently there's a lot of backlash to it, like launching. It's a rhythm game. It's a rhythm porn game, and it was releasing on Switch. And I guess there was a bunch of backlash on it, and it got pulled and delayed indefinitely. I can't find any gameplay on it. Everyone says it's a not safe for work game. So I don't know, like, what does that mean? Like, is this like a porn game, or is there just like some titties? Like, what is this? Because like Witcher has titties, and that hasn't been pulled. So what makes this game a problem? Um, I don't know. I dug way deeper into this than I probably should have,
Oh,
but
apparently one of the characters' names is like one of the names from a Japanese idol group. They changed her name. Uh,
it's so weird to me to like this got pulled, especially since the first time I heard about this was on find the first time I heard about this, Rich from VTech USA was doing like a little thing about it. He was talking about it. And honestly, like the whole thing reeked of like mad like boomer energy, if I'm being honest. The whole thing was like, I remember back when Nintendo had a seal of approval, now it doesn't mean anything. And you can just buy porn games on their eShop. While also complaining that Nintendo like isn't doing enough to like modernize themselves. And I was like, really, dude? I would think putting porn games on their system was like a pretty big deal. But he's also like, think of the children, blah 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 blah. Dude, like, shut up.
the massage game where you massage to the beat.
Yeah, it's a rhythm game, but with like porn. I don't even know if it's really porn though. That's the thing. Like, there's a difference between like nudity and like porn. There's a huge difference.
Yeah.
It's like what makes this game like not okay, but a game like Witcher 3 can be on the Switch. You know, that has nudity. That has some very like said very like detailed sex scenes. Some of the most like detailed sex scenes I've seen in, like a AAA game, at least. And that's on Switch just fine without any changes. Why does this one need to get pulled? Because some people complained about it. Um, but whatever. Um, yeah, I didn't want to go on a tangent here, but this is actually a game I heard about before we talked about it. And I haven't seen any gameplay. I don't know what the game even looks like. Is it even really a porn game? Or is it just people like freaking out? Now, I'm not saying like I would go buy it. Like it doesn't really sound like an interesting game to me. You know, if I want to play a porn game, I got Steam for that. But it's weird though that like people seem to pick and choose like what controversies to like make a big deal out of, you know?
It seems like it's being held because not because of the porn, it's because other stuff. Like they're using like real people's likenesses.
Oh, really? Because I thought it was from like people getting upset over like the fact that it was porn. Even the website for the game got like pulled. So yeah, I think you're right. I think it
Poobin
is
in
just
chat. Poobin is in the
yo, what's
chat.
up?
He
Yo,
said
what's up,
Fall
Ruben?
Girls is the best game ever created. You're not wrong.
Fall Girls. Is that like a porn parody of Fall Guys that I never heard about?
I don't want to look that
I'm looking it up. I'll fuck up my search history. I don't care.
up. Yeah, massage freaks. I looked it up and it's giving me massage parlors in my area.
Same. I'm probably on some fucking watch list now, but whatever. I don't know. Like the idea of this game, if I thought this game was getting pulled for like, the porn stuff, but if it's just because it's using actual likenesses, that makes more sense. I can see that being a
Yeah.
problem. But it's like, Nintendo's already doing what other systems aren't, right? Like, because weren't there some like the Senran Kagura games were like censored on PlayStation, but not on Nintendo?
Yeah. Seren Kagura. I think one of those Muso games was the least censored on Switch. So they've been the
Yeah,
platform to go to for your porn needs. Or
I don't even think there's any like actual porn games on Switch. Like I keep using the word porn game, but I don't think there's actually any porn games on here.
yeah.
Um, Definitely very suggestive games for sure,
Well,
but
it's
I
like it
wouldn't
used to be the
say
Vita. It used to be the Vita that was the platform for that, and now it's the Switch for like the
they didn't have
degenerate.
porn though, or was it just
No,
like
no,
very
it wasn't like
suggestive?
it was never porn. It was just like like lewd type shit. It was like
What's the term? Like the etching games? Is that the term for it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sitting here acting like I don't know what it is, even though I know exactly what the fuck it is. Um, but no, jokes aside, like I don't know, I don't like people telling someone what to do. You know what I mean? Like if people are upset, like, oh, it's a Nintendo system, get those games off of there, I'd be like, go fuck yourself. Like, it's a video game system. These are video games. If you don't like it, set up your parental controls. Um, but if they're pulling it not because of that, but because of like likenesses and copyright issues, like that makes more sense to me. That makes me feel a little bit better. But it's still like a weird phenomenon. This game, like I've heard this game get talked about so much in the last like week. This game got way more attention than it deserved. If nobody just gave a shit, I would have never heard of this game. But because everyone's making a big deal out of it and the controversy around it, this game's now on my radar. Yeah, moving on. Vanara's Tactics is releasing on PC August 4th. That's a tactics RPG style game. Reminds me of Final Fantasy Tactics a little bit, the way it looks. More like Fire Emblem,
That's the idea.
which looks pretty cool. This game, I never really played Final Fantasy Tactics. I've heard good things, but it's never been my cup of tea. So check that out August 4th when that drops. We also got Bokura releasing on PC and mobile on August 5th. It's a puzzle adventure game built for two-player only gameplay. That's interesting to me. You can only play this game with two
Interesting.
people. Yeah. So this might be cool to check out. I might actually, if this is coming out on mobile, I might just download it on mobile and play with my wife. See if she'd be into this. Yeah, this looks really cool. There's a lot of like multiplayer puzzles here that look like they might be fun to play with another person. I'll check it out. Um, we also got Gigabash. It's an arena brawler based off like kaiju fights, like Godzilla and stuff. This looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Actually looks like a lot of fun. Um, I'm not a big fan of like kaiju. I never watched like Godzilla or anything. But this looks like fun. It's like a fun like arcade brawler. Like I think that there could be some fun in this. Yeah, I don't know anything about this game though outside of that.
Reminds me of that. There was a game on GameCube and shit. That was
Is it like
Monsters,
Robo
Destroy All
Arena?
Monsters.
Oh, Godzilla, Destroy All Monsters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I played that game. This looks like that, but the camera's pulled back a bit more, and it looks a lot faster than I remember like Godzilla being. This looks more like a party game almost.
Oh yeah, this is a lot faster.
Yeah, this looks pretty cool though. I might check this out actually. That's gonna go on the wish list. And that's gonna do it for the show, man. That's it, everybody. Thank you, everybody who came in to listen, came in to talk with us. Wasabi, man. Tell the people where they can find us.
Go to Gameoverse.com, Gameoverse.com/Twitch, Gameoverse.com/YouTube, Gameoverse.com/Discord, and jump in there and talk to us. Hang out with us. Chill with us.
For sure. We talk about games.
with us.
Yeah, we play video games. We talk about video games. Come in, say hi. Show us your gaming hot takes. I love hearing gaming hot takes.
Yeah.
Everyone. That's gonna do it. Everyone, be safe, have fun, get vaccinated if you can, and be excellent to each other.